Here we go.
And we're
Go on,
live.
Selamat. Hey,
We're
wrong
live.
celebration. Sorry.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari
Hi.
Raya.
Yes.
Hi,
Syam.
Raya guys.
How you
Selamat
guys
Raya.
doing? Selamat Raya Mak
Um,
Zahir dan Batin.
Yes.
Someone told a joke
You
before.
know,
With Zahir and
we've
Batin.
actually received. We've actually received some Hari Raya wishes on our DG Light line as well, 016
All right.
510 8888, and a lot of them seem to think that Soraya celebrates Raya too. So they wished Syam and Soraya Selamat Hari Raya, which is pretty interesting. Maybe you'd like to explain, Soraya, that you are one Malaysia in one name.
Yeah. Explain your
Yes, I
name.
am. I mean,
Your
thanks
full
for the
name.
wishes. My full name is really long, and thanks for the wishes. I usually celebrate Raya with my friends, but I'm not actually I'm not Muslim. I'm actually Chinese, but my name is Soraya Sunitra T Xiang Yin. So I've got a Malay name, an Indian name, and a Chinese name all in one because my parents were like, yeah, Bangsa Malaysia, So they wanted to give me a really like Muhibah name that reflected the multiracial makeup of Malaysia. So, I get wished Selamat Hari Raya. I get called Hari Raya was one of my nicknames in school because Soraya, Hari Raya. So, I get wished it and I get called it. So it's great. And I've never been like, no, don't say that. I'm always like, yes, Selamat Hari Raya to you too. So yeah, thank you for the wishes, everyone, and Selamat Hari Raya. From Sora.
Fantastic. All right.
How about you, Syam? How was your Raya?
It's very different. Very, very different. So I would expect like a normal Raya would be first day with the family, second day still with the family. People come over, or we go over to family, to our cousins and families' houses, right? And then the next few days, the whole week will be filled with friends or distant cousins will be calling us to come over to the house. You get invited for open houses. So that part is missing. So what I did this year was from home, or got ready in the morning, and then went straight to my parents' house, which is just 10-15 minutes away. And on the way, it is so weird. I have done Raya in KL before, and usually Raya in KL on the first day itself, you can practically lie down on the road. Okay, no problem. There's no cars at all. But this year it was like, oh my gosh, this is a busy weekend. Everyone's on the road on the first day of Raya. So, and then I went to my parents' house. My dad shed a bit of tear. He hasn't seen me and my grandson and my wife for past 2-3 months already. So he shed a bit of tear, and it's a different kind of Raya where you're not really encouraged to go see your cousins, your extended families, and your friends and families, where you shake hands and you give each other hugs. It's quite emotional, but that only lasted for a few seconds, and after that, it's just a normal morning routine. Usually, it will be me, my dad, and then we go to the mosque, and then we come back, and then we have breakfast as a family. But this one, we just went there, and then we sat down and had breakfast as a family. So, one tiny little part was normal. The rest of it is it's new normal. It's new normal. That's what people are calling it these days.
Did you do the forgiveness, asking for forgiveness and salam salaman and all that?
Yeah, just to my I just salam my parents, and that was it. As far as the salam is concerned, that was it. And then they had sanitizers at the. it was it was like entering one of those retail stores that just opened during CMCO, right? So you have sanitizers. I was the only thing I didn't have to do is just write down my name and phone number in a logbook.
And they didn't have the temperature scanner either, right? Before you come into our house, Syam.
Well, they do have a temperature, but they didn't use it on me. Like, okay, we trust you, like, you're okay, like, but
your mom and dad had like a QR code at the front of their house and everything.
Not to that extreme, like, not to that extreme. I encourage it though. I mean, if they had it, I would practice it.
That's a bit. That's to keep safe, I understand, but isn't it a little bit sad? Because I remember reading a news piece of how this grandmother wanted to hug the grandchild so badly. So this grandchild actually built a sort of like a plastic wall, a hugging wall with the arms They're like
Sleeves and
gloves,
stuff, right?
yeah, gloves for arms, and that's how she got to hug the grandchild. Like that, she put like cling wrap and then gloves for the arms, cling wrap at the doorway, and then that's how they hugged each other, which is pretty sad. But I mean, you make do. Like you said, this is the new norm, right?
Yeah, yeah. So how about you guys? I mean, I'm sure it's for those who do not have families to go visit because they don't really celebrate Raya, right?
Yeah.
How is it during a long weekend like that? I'll probably start with Belle.
Well, I didn't get invited
How,
to any open houses this year, so I have not
right.
had any Raya food at all this year. I miss having lemang and rendang and all that. But it was just a quiet weekend, as like all other weekends that has passed for me and my family, at
Uh,
least.
and I'm assuming for Soraya it's about the same, just another quiet long weekend. Is it like just another long weekend in the MCO? Is that how it was?
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. Because usually every year, one of my friends, she invites us to her grandparents' house and she invites everybody. And it's like such a ritual that we all look forward to, you know. First day of Raya, we all go there, there's great food. And this year, she went, you know, to see her grandparents. And all of us were just
Yeah.
looking at the pictures of her and her grandparents, you know, being like, oh, that's where we should be right now. Yeah, it was quiet. I didn't have any Raya food because I drove past this area where I always see lemang stalls every year, and they were not there this year. I guess because of CMCO lah. So I couldn't find any. I didn't know where to find any lemang this year. The usual places I go to, they were not. It was just not available. So yeah, I was like, should I use a cookie
That's a lot
cutter
in
and
my
start cutting
area,
out
though.
bits of rice? Sorry, what? Oh, JD?
I had a lot in my area. Everything was like a regular day, and I was very concerned about social distancing because I was just driving around because my wife made chicken rendang and I made satay and everything, and I'm like, you know, it'd be nice, lemang. So I drove out, and I was like, there's not going to be a lot of people and whatnot. So I drove down MRR2 near Malawati, which is a famous
Yeah.
stretch of road for lemang and whatnot.
Mm.
Biggest mistake of my life. I was stuck there for 45 minutes just crawling, and I'm like, wow, this is like just any other regular
What?
Raya.
Oh.
The only difference was people were like standing in line and everything. So
Yeah.
there was a lot in my area though.
Man, the usual ones that I go to would not. Maybe they were all in your area this year.
Probably, yeah. Because I live in Wangsa Maju, Setia Wangsa area. So there's a lot here. Nothing was different. To be honest, everybody was out in full force, which made me really, really concerned about social distancing. And I'm like, oh no, don't tell me there's another cluster here. But so far, everything's been fine.
But
Did you get
JD,
your lemang?
JD, was this first day of Raya that you went out to buy lemang?
This was, it was first day of Raya. So I went out and because I was antsy for coffee, actually. I didn't really go out for lemang. I wanted to go out to get my regular, like, I'm sorry to say this, I'm a coffee nut, right? So I went out for latte and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me just drive there. So my first day of Raya would have been latte and lemang. But then I was like, I am not stopping for lemang, yo.
JD, you and me are the same. Although it's Raya, coffee should be the last thing I'm thinking about. But I just needed a cafe-like coffee in a takeaway cup.
Correct,
Went to
yeah.
the petrol station to go get it, you know. And it was
All
lovely.
right.
It was lovely. The experience
Yeah.
was awesome.
Finally,
Just some-
I'm here done button. Oh.
Sham, did you stop by at a coffee place before you went on to your parents' house or after?
Not exactly. I did it after. So after I came back, once we're done with my parents' house, we came back. My wife and son are retired for the day. I decided to conditioner movement control order. What condition? What? So I'm just gonna go out and get coffee. You know, some places are actually open for dining as well. So at the
Yeah.
start of the conditioner movement control order, I went out to go get something like I still did takeaway. So even coffee, I asked them to put it in a paper cup. But I must say, even then, I see, despite what you hear on the news, all right. Maybe these are other areas, but the areas I've visited, and I'm very happy to say, and I say kudos to those the business operators who have opened up for dining, and they have been following the SOPs. which is a great thing. There were not that many people out and about anyway. You know, they were just practicing the SOP to the best they can lah. So it was good, and I got my coffee. Woo!
Let's get to our live comments right now. Some people have just joined us. Nurul Haida, Selamat Hari Raya. She said, Selamat Hari Raya to you too, Nurul. Teresa Kaur, good morning. Fantastic 4. Unable to join online teaching. Have a good time and day. Take care, be healthy, happy, and safe. We have Prem Kumar, who wished us good morning. Nice to see you all again. Nice to see you too, Prem Kumar. And Sibilia says, Selamat Hari Gawai Dayak to all Sarawakians. Yes! Selamat Hari Gawai. It's Gawai today, celebrated in Sarawak. And yesterday it was Keamatan. So to all our listeners from Sabah and Sarawak, how do you wish it in Keamatan? I can't remember. But Gawai is Gayu Guru Gerai Nyamai.
Okay.
And Liz Hodges as well.
So,
good morning.
Yeah, you mentioned Gawai and Belle, you're from Sarawak, right? So I've got to apologize to you. I'm this peninsula boy who's very not that familiar with this very, very diverse culture in East Malaysia, especially in Sarawak. So yesterday I was reading the papers and I saw in conjunction with Hari Gawai. So I'm looking at this video that came up by Sarawakian artists and activists where they got together and started singing a song. I think it's called, the name of the video is called Liling. If I'm not mistaken.
It's by Elena Murang.
Oh, really? Okay. So because ZRV was in there, I think Dayang Nur Faiza was also in that video. I think it's Dayang Nur Faiza.
Dayang Nur Faiza is Sarawakian.
Yeah, okay. So she was, I got it right there. She was in there. And I tell you, the song, especially with the Sarawak traditional musical instrument as well. It was
the sape, is it?
Yeah.
It was heartwarming. It's called, if you can search for it, you go ahead and say, and the kind of feel that I get, I say, I need to go for holidays to that part of Malaysia.
Have you not been to Sarawak?
God, I've only been to Miri once, and that was for work, so I didn't see much. That's it. So it was for work to host some music festival, the Miri Jazz Festival. That was a very long time ago. So I didn't see that much of Sarawak, and I think I should go there to see what's up. With the music, with the many languages that they sang in. I'm like, oh, this is Iban, and so I thought it was Bidayu language, and there was Penya, and then Penan. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I wasn't familiar with that. I feel so ashamed that I should take myself and my family there to go and get to know Sarawak, and just want to take this opportunity to say Selamat Hari Gawai. And that's the only way I know how to say it. I can't say it the way Belle says it.
Gayu Guru Gerai Nyamai. It's just how they wish. It's so, I think it means sort of like live a long and happy and prosperous life. Nyamai just means nyaman.
The other one I just found for you, Belle. It says Kotobian Tarau Tagazo Do Keamatan.
Oh yeah, that's how you wish the Kadazan Dusun Keamatan.
Right.
Yeah. What's the name of the song again, Sham?
Liling.
I think they named it Liling.
Liling.
Yeah, an amazing song. All artists are there. I'm like, who are these guys?
It's brilliant. So
they're Malaysians. They're Malaysians who got together. And
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, there's also, I think, like a Malaysian band that plays with they perform and they use a sape, but I can't remember their name. If only I could. I've been trying to Google it actually, but I cannot find them. But they were amazing. So that was a full-on band. It wasn't just like individual singers. I need to find them. Yeah, I'll check that.
Yeah, but the sape really has this very unique sound, right? It's something that you cannot achieve with any other instrument. And it just brings me back to my childhood. When we had to dance all the traditional dances when we were young.
Since we're still in Sarawak now, I gotta ask Belle. So because correct me if I'm wrong. So there is Bahasa. We speak. We have English. There is also the national language is Bahasa Malaysia, and then there is also Bahasa Sarawak, isn't it? That's a whole language on its own, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, and then there are also the Bahasa in different ethnic groups. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, dialects. The different dialects.
Oh, so those are dialects, is it?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Dude,
similar
if you're
but
in
different.
Kuching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Kuching, you can actually tune into radio over there,
Uh-huh.
and they've got
Uh-huh.
two different stations in its own language. So when you listen to it, it's like that sounds a little bit like Malay. It sounds a little bit like a lot of different things. So yeah, the dialects are actually full on, I think, languages over there. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you understand someone who's speaking in a Bidayo dialect, Belle? You won't lah. Okay,
I
sure.
won't. I
What
won't. Yeah.
so
I will
what you
understand bahasa Sarawak though.
Oh,
The you know how they have the northern Malays and then you have your different accent and different different words
Yeah.
for different stuff. So I would understand bahasa Sarawak, but I don't understand any of the Dayak languages. No.
Oh,
It's like when we had Daphne Iking in the studio one time, we were having a chat with her. She would switch between English and then she'll go full on, and we were like, whoa, like what? So it's very cool. Belle's absolutely right. It's just about the intonation of certain words and whatnot, right?
Yep.
well, Sarawak
So
is
Sham
very-
says he's only been to Miri. How about you, Soraya? Have you been to Sarawak before or Sabah?
I have been to Sabah once to go whitewater rafting. I've been to Miri once as well because a couple of my friends are from Miri, and they were telling me about all their favorite noodles there, and I can't remember. There's like a boat club that they really like, so yeah, that's what we went to see.
New chop.
I think that's what we had.
No,
I think.
New Chap is Sabahan.
New chop
Oh,
Tabahan. You have to go up to the tower or something. Yeah.
In Miri, I think it'll be like Kampua Mi, right?
yes, we had that,
Kampung mee.
and also
Fuchao,
What's that?
Yeah, Fuchao delicacy. It's just like
yes.
kolomi, but they serve it on a plate instead of a bowl.
the bowl.
Oh,
So yeah, I've been to Miri. I've been to Kuching twice, and once was for work. So just like you, Sham, spent like one day there, didn't see the sights, was holed up in the office there the whole day. But another time I went with my friends, we went last year or 2 years ago, and we went to the Sarawak Cultural Village, which is where I think I got a much better idea of the full diversity of Sarawak. And that's just Sarawak, right? Imagine Sarawak and Sabah, the entirety of East Malaysia. So that was really cool. I tried blowpipe and I tried to, they have like these exhibits where you get to sort of try your hand at all these different things. So there was a blowpipe and there's also sort of a rice grinder. So that was bean grinder. Yeah, so those are my two trips, but not enough. Yeah, I need to go back and see more.
I know
That's
JD
amazing.
says, yeah, Sham.
No, I was just
I
saying
know-
what's amazing
Okay,
about
yeah.
what's amazing about the past week or so. It's just been a week filled with festivities. There is Raya, Keamatan, and Hari Gawai as well. But doing it in uncharted waters, which is during the CMCO.
Yeah.
So I just think it's just been I can't say it's fun, but it's just been different, and we are just making do with what we have right now. That's all I want to say.
JD, I know you told me that Kuching is your favorite city to visit.
I love Kuching, man.
How many
I've been there
times
so
have you
many
been to
times.
Kuching?
Oh, I lost count. I've been there many times, and there's this Sarai. You just have to go to this place. It's right in the heart of Kuching. It's near the waterfront. It's called Top Spot Food Center. It's at the top of this car park. You get like the best seafood. It's like super cheap.
man.
I had crabs and whatever. So we went to town with this, right? They had this oyster pancake thing, which is it's completely different to the Penang. Yeah. But I went to town ordering a lot of stuff, right? And I'm ready to like, oh no, it's like this $300, $400, whatever. I'm wrapping myself, all right? The bill came 80 ringgit. I'm like, what? Holy cow!
Wow.
How long ago was this, JD? I don't think it's that
Last
cheap
year.
anymore now.
That was
Really?
last year, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I've
Great.
heard about this. I think my brother might have told me about it a long time ago, but I've never been. It's one of those like legendary places that everyone talks about, but I've never been to Top Spot.
Yeah, I
It's
love
basically-
Kuching.
It's basically a food court located in the top of a car park, like a multi-level car park.
Yeah.
So that's why they call it the top spot.
Only starts
And
at 6 p.m.
Oh,
yeah, the last time
nice.
I went back to Kuching, I brought my family there. It
Mm.
was packed. We had to wait for a table, and then we had to wait for our food. And I don't remember it being so cheap. I think, and a lot of my friends who are still in Kuching, they say that it is a must go for tourists now. So locals
Oh.
don't really go there anymore.
I wonder how it's now, though, because it is CMCO and
Yeah.
things are a bit different, right? So I just hope that everyone will continue safe distancing because it gets kind of tight up there. But you know, I was just thinking because Sham actually mentioned like there's so many celebrations and whatnot that we've been celebrating, right? I wonder next year on March 18th whether we're gonna like, oh, you know what? 1 year ago we had MCO. That's what everybody's got. Happy MCO or whatever it is. I don't know whether it's something that we're going to be celebrating.
Anniversary.
Yeah.
Celebrate
MCO
MCO's
anniversary.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
is
don't think
paying
so.
for it.
Well, I think people are going
Then
to
everybody will be like, let's give us a public holiday because on this day last year, we were all required to stay home. So
Yeah.
let's remember
And then
that by
hopefully
staying home this
it will
year.
clear already by then, and then we're going to wear our MCO cultural outfit, which is the mask. So then, yeah. And the
Yeah, yeah.
PPEs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and test
Oh,
it out
man.
whether water goes through it or not. We do all that. Whether you
Yeah.
can blow
Yeah. Activities.
candle, through it or not.
Yeah. If we have
Alright.
and we won't have open houses, but everyone will be staying at home, wearing their festive attire, maybe a PPE and a face shield to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and what about the
And,
food that you eat? Oh, you have to order in like delivered food or something. That's the festive food.
Then you like instead of salam, you have to like then you have to like you know.
you might have to do that to do it Raya as well. Do it Raya, okay. And then you do it as well. I don't think anybody does that. Have any of you guys received or given any do it Raya?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not
You
me.
gave out, right? Or you-
I didn't even get to eat rendang. I was thinking about cooking rendang on my own just to have it, just to get that
Yeah.
Raya feel. But then I looked at the recipe, I looked at the ingredients, and I'm like, I don't recognize half of these ingredients. I guess not.
Because it was the first time I made rendang as well, and it was really interesting because there's so much stuff going on. My fridge was packed, and we made it, and it was such an interesting experience. I don't think I'll ever do it again because it was a lot of work, and it's just like my fridge was just packed with rendang for days and days and days. At some point, I just want a burger today. I don't want any more rendang or anything. I just want like regular food. So yeah, whatever
Why did you cook so
YouTube
much,
videos you're
though?
following, there's so much. What?
Why did you cook so much?
I followed some recipe on YouTube. They said get 500 grams of this and whatever with this. I just bought it. When I started cooking, I'm like, that's a lot of food, man. So I'm like, I started to panic because I don't know who to give the food to. Call my mom. My mom. That's okay. Next time, I will get the food over to you guys, man. Oh my god, but it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, but when it comes to rendang, that's one thing. That's one of the biggest thing that's missing out on our Raya on this side. So for rendang, homemade kampung style, it will be at my wife's kampung, which is in Kuala Pilah. So the night before, the day before, they would have already started. You know what? To me, the most challenging fasting day is the last day itself because you got to work a lot. It could be a very hot day. It's like because Raya is to celebrate. You've just won. You've just fasted for 30 days. So this is a celebration, right? So the last challenge is on the last day of Raya, where under the hot sun, you need to prepare for the festivities on the next day. So the rendang that we have is probably to cater for about 100 people who's going to come over all the time.
Whoa.
And it's just the people involved just putting in the beef and putting in all these ingredients that Belle doesn't recognize, and then it will be cooked for hours and hours where you're gonna have to stir it and stir it and stir it.
My
The only thing I dare-
Sham, was tasting it. How do you taste it? Because you can't eat.
Yeah,
during
you
that
can't
time, right?
eat.
you don't taste it. The main chef, the main chef of the house, which is my mother-in-law, she's got it all covered, man. You see, this is where they call it air tangan. Okay, when it comes to cooking, it's all air tangan. There's no there's no measuring cup.
Measurement.
yeah, the 5 liters of this, the 5 liters of that. No such thing. You just take a handful of stuff, you just throw it, and it comes out the same every year, which is tasty. And this is mother-in-law's recipe. If I were to take, if it was me trying to take like a whole a
Gum.
handful of yeah, a garam or something like that, put it in there, it's not going to taste as good. It probably tastes a lot worse. So the only thing I dare to do when they start cooking all this rendang for hours is just to stir it. Just stir all day, all night,
Stirring.
and then at the end of the day, I'm the guy who has to scrub the pot lah.
They're like, if you want to eat, you gotta work.
That's your air tangan, chef Sham. That's
That's
your
my
air
tangan.
tangan. You always know how to clean
Literally.
the pot rightly.
The one thing that was different, I suppose, this year for everybody was mainly not just about the traveling between like interstate, whose house first, the in-laws' house next, and whatever. I think the other thing that was very different was how usually I notice on the first day, yes, you're at home, but after you've gone for prayers and everything, you tend to go to the malls and you tend to hang out a bit. I don't think it's probably a city thing, right? But there's none of that. I went out to the mall and it was like creepy-ish in a way, So I really hope we get a hold of this thing, because I don't know whether we can do Raya like this for another year, because it's slightly otherworldly.
I have
Very.
another question. If you are watching us from Sabah or Sarawak right now, tell us how you're celebrating Gawai and Kaamatan there.
What usually
Because
happens, Belle?
as far as I know, I've never actually been to a Gawai celebration, but it's done at the Longhouse. So at all the families will gather together to eat together and have to just have merriment together.
But there's this,
So,
I
especially
keep
if you
seeing on
live in a
TV that there's this Mr. and Miss Gawai. That's like all these
there's always beauty
contests.
pageants. Yeah, there's always beauty pageants, but this year I think it's cancelled. And I don't know when they will do that again. But the thing is, how do you keep social distancing if you live in a long house with like
That's true.
50 over people?
That's a good question.
All right. I've never been to a Longhouse before, like a real Longhouse. I've only read
Truth
about
be
Longhouses.
told, truth be
Yeah.
told, I've lived in Kuching I grew up in Kuching. I lived 17 years of my life in Kuching, and I've never been to a real Longhouse.
Yeah, but I say
I've been
other
to the
stuff
one at
about Belle
Cultural
living in
Village.
Kuching also, though.
Sorry?
You know how I always say, "Oh, Belle, you're from Kuching, right?" So I always say stuff about the Longhouse and other stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But you've never actually been.
I've never actually been to a proper Longhouse. I've been to the ones in Cultural Village, like Raya. But I've never actually been to a proper Longhouse, because if you want to go to a proper Longhouse, you probably have to travel quite a bit by boat and even by plane. And so it's quite a journey to get to a proper Longhouse.
Yeah, I've never seen a Longhouse before. I've never been to a Longhouse before. I don't think I would know how to practice social distancing, but I guess you keep the hygiene at a high, and then wherever you can distance yourself, you just distance. Sometimes you might not make it to 1 or 2 meters. At least there's a distance, and wear a mask when you're meeting your neighbors from the Longhouse itself. I think that's the best way they could go
How
about
did
it.
Gawai? Is there like duit Raya as well? Do they do that as well?
I don't think so. It's the Harvest Festival, so they're just it's sort of like it started in ancient times when they did some rituals to sort of thank the gods for or for a good harvest.
Whole crop.
So this
Bountiful.
so it's called the Harvest Festival. So I don't think they give duit to their kids or to the family members.
They put us inside there and give.
Yeah, I know. As far as I know, it's a party. It's a party for the gods, for the harvest gods. Yeah.
Yeah, but probably the only duit that they're gonna give some duit to the kids to go get ice from the convenience store. The party's not over yet. That's one of my duties during Raya. Okay, I mean, yes, I do get my duit Raya, but my dad gives me extra. Go buy ice from the convenience store. Oh, okay. Chances
So you have to
are,
take out the duit,
Your
right?
job
And
was
you just
ice.
got...
Mine is always the lemang. Why am I always the one buying lemang from outside?
No, actually, on the first day, I went out to try and get some groceries for my grandmother in Subang, and Aeon was not open. One of the major hypermarkets was not open, so I had to go to a smaller supermarket, and the queue was so long. Then I decided maybe I'll just get her bread from 7-Eleven, and I went into 7-Eleven. So there was a Malay couple, well, a couple of young Malay boys who came in and asked for ice, and they say we're out of ice. So the young Malay boys have been tasked to go buy ice. And
It was
They
just
ran
Sham
out
going
of
all
ice.
over town buying ice.
yeah, I was looking for one. I've done that before, But let me tell you about, because I'm already working and I'm already married, so I'm expected to give out duit Raya. So this year, it hasn't been it. I haven't been giving out much duit Raya because there are not many people coming to visit. I'm not visiting that many people,
Did you do it
and I
online?
also, yeah, only to one person, because my cousin, who said, "Hey Sham, give me your account number. I'm gonna transfer you Ali Zain's duit Raya," and she did. And because of that, I said,
Mm.
"Okay, I'm gonna do that too lah." So I asked for her account number, but I kind of feel like the whole duit Raya thing. The whole practice is not about giving the money; it's about presenting it. It's about presenting the whole the duit Raya envelope, and then
That's
you
what it
give it
represents, right?
to the person. Yeah, in a way, it's actually because there are no rules to say how much you should give or whether you should give or not. Because I remember my dad, he was always very particular when we were growing up. We would go to people's houses, and then an adult, an uncle or an auntie, or an uncle or an auntie that I don't know, who's not related to me, probably my dad's friend, would give me duit raya, and I would, oh my gosh, what is this? I'm going to open it up, and then my dad would tell me off. He said, no, you're going to just keep it in your pocket. You're going to only open it up at the end of the day, because he thinks that it's a bit rude that
Yeah.
you're going to open up your duit raya straight away and to see how much people give you, when the whole purpose of raya is to go visit people, to go see people, be merry with people, and not collecting duit raya. I even remember those days when in Kelantan, my cousin said, let's go house to house. We actually went in to have at least one or two biscuits, and then we collected our duit raya and go. Not, we're just here for duit raya, man. You just give us a duit raya and we're just going to be on our way. No, we didn't do that, lah.
Actually, on the
So not
subject
much.
of duit raya, right? Is there a standard amount to give?
No, there is whatever amount you want. But unfortunately, society has been so, society just gets pressured, and then when you see your son getting about 10 ringgit from this person, and you go, oh my gosh, I'm only giving 5 ringgit. I'm only giving 5 ringgit, so you feel a bit pressured. Maybe the next year you're gonna up your game a little bit.
Right.
My suggestion is I couldn't really care less about that whole pressuring thing. I say I'm going to set an amount that I want to give. It's my own value. It's my own money. I'm going to set it. So I usually set it for myself. Okay, first cousins get a bit more. Friends get slightly less. That's the kind of
Mine is all
that's the
about
kind of way.
colors. I thought it was about colors because Chinese New Year, and it's great because 10 ringgit is red, right? So you just put as many
Yeah, right.
reds as possible, right?
Yeah.
So for Raya, everything is green. So you just give 5 ringgit cukup lah.
I've gotten 50 ringgit before, so I'm not gonna go.
Oh, that's
No,
also
no, no,
kind
no.
of green,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
hearing it is green as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
But on the
so
topic of
yeah.
all things Raya, JD, you made satay at home on your balcony, right?
Can you not? Why did you remind me? Oh my God, this was such a nightmare.
Because we were talking about making Raya food, and I was like, wait, I want to ask JD how his satay turned out, because I also have tried to grill something on my apartment balcony before.
Yeah. So what I did was, so I have a super mini barbecue pit thing, right? That I usually take if ever I want to go to the beach or whatever, I want to barbecue stuff. But it's been raining a lot here recently, right? So
Yes.
I got the fire going and it's great. And then I was like, I'm not gonna fan it constantly, so I have a fan set up. So I'm like, it's a constant speed, so everything's great, and it's going. And the fires, it's really hot, and it starts to rain really, really heavily. And I'm like, I'm on the balcony. Oh my god!
No!
But let's just say I had really moist satay the first day. Yeah, so
Only way to have it.
exactly right. But you know what? On the subject of satay, getting really good meats is really important. So I bought chicken breast so dry. So buying the right kind of meat, I'm like,
should have been the
because
thigh.
I found somewhere that said, "Oh, for healthier rye, I'll get breast meat and everything." I'm like, okay, fine. So dry. No, it's rye. You want to live it up slightly. A little bit of moistness is good, but
That's
I
why it
would not
rained.
do it again.
Kudos to
rains.
you for attempting to make satay.
After second day, because I have a grill, one of the stovetop grills, right? Second day, everything went on the stovetop. I'm not going through that ever again, man.
Well, let me give you an insight since we're on satay, right? So, satay experiences for my side of the family. So I'm half Johorian, half Kelantanese.
Right.
We love satay. So you need to have your satay with your peanut sauce, all right? But in Kelantan, not many people know this. Many Kelantanese would go get their satay with their peanut sauce, and then they would also get bread. They also get bread, and they dip the bread.
Today.
What kind of bread?
Yeah.
Like
white
regular bread?
normal bread,
Any bread lah.
regular commercialized bread. Yeah, just
Oh,
bread.
that's so
Bread
cute.
that you get from a convenience store. You go white bread, and then you dip it in there, and then you dip in the kuah kacang, and then you eat it. So many people outside of Kelantan would see this as a bit weird. Oh, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But I'm used to it, and I tried it out. It's not too bad, man. You guys should really try it out. And if I were to suggest,
there's always kuah kacang left over. Oh, sorry. Go on, Sham. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was about to say, I just went. We missed satay, so from where I was in Shah Alam, we took a half an hour drive to go get a satay at a very famous satay place somewhere near Cheras area. Okay, that's what we did, and it was really awesome.
Do you want more kuah kacang? I have enough to last me for like 6 more months.
I still got some.
Did you make your own? JD, did you make your own kuah kacang as well?
Yes. So that's the problem. I followed the recipe again, and it was like, it tastes great though. Oh, by the way, the color of the kuah kacang, sometimes if you want it red, it goes along with how much dried chili you put in, and then you blend it, right? And I'm famously not able to handle spicy food, so if you're like me, you don't need it to be so red, man. Seriously, it is like burn your head off spicy, man. So if anybody wants kuah kacang, yeah.
Sham has given you an idea. You should eat kuah kacang with bread every morning until you finish it.
That's what I was thinking. It's a Malaysian peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter.
Actually, and you know, there's always so much left over. You might as well have it for breakfast. Just maybe don't put jam.
Just don't spread it on the bread. You got to dip it. Don't spread on the bread.
Do you toast the bread first, Sham? Do you toast
exactly?
No, don't
white
toast
bread.
the bread. It needs to be soft. White bread, soft, and then you just you roll it up. You take a piece out.
You know what I have though? I have mantau. You know what mantau is? Mantau you buy from the supermarket, or you eat with chili crab and everything. I have that in my freezer. Right? I should do that. Oh man.
Yeah. That'll be good.
One
thing that went really quick in my place though, in my house, because I bought enough kuih raya to last me for a while, and it didn't last me for too long. I was going crazy for it, right? So, what's your favorite kuih raya? Egeki.
Ooh, oh man, there's so many. I like pineapple tarts a lot, so Sham, I should have ordered some from your wife. I mean, that's just one of my favorite cookies ever. But you know what I also like, which is I don't know if this falls into the kuih category. It's the cornflake cookies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite, like the honey cornflakes, which I haven't had in years. Actually.
It's actually very easy to make, Soraya. It's very easy to make. I've made the honey joys before, the honey cornflakes in a little cupcake cup. right? Yeah.
Yeah. I
Very
really,
easy to
really,
make. Mhm.
I love those. There's another one called, oh my God, is it Kuih Makmur?
What?
Is it one side chocolate and the other side cookie or something like that? Is it? No.
What's Kuih
No,
Makmur?
that sounds like a London almond. I'm thinking of like Kuih Makmur, you know, like it's very soft.
Oh,
Let me Google it.
okay.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you're on Facebook right now and you're chatting with us right now, put in the comments your favorite kueh. We would love to know your kueh because I think because not many people actually could buy all this, right? I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of stock. If you have a lot of stock and you want to unload, give it to us. We will take it from you, you know?
And
You know,
JD will give you.
back in Sarawak, we used to have lots of kueh lapis. That's what I miss. Cake lapis.
I love that.
And they're always so nice and colorful, and they
Where's the
design.
best place to buy that, Belle? I've been
Yeah.
Kuching and everything's on the riverfront, and I'm like, these look way too commercial.
No, you have to buy it from those original bakers, from the original makers.
All right, okay. So that's
And they
like-
actually cost quite a bit because it's very hard to make. You have to make all these individual cakes first in their different colors before you put them together.
I mean, there's prunes or something in there, right?
And then,
Oh, yeah.
you put like jam or whatever that you want in there. Yeah.
I actually really like
But I
that.
miss those.
Yeah.
Watch out.
And I actually like cake batik as well.
Oh,
I think that's also quite easy to make, right? Cake batik. It's not very
Yes,
difficult.
it is.
What's kueh
I
batik?
think, but I've never attempted it.
Batik is like batik isn't it like a layered cake? But this is a Sarawak kind of cake batik. If you never, it kind of like emulates the Sarawak batik, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but
I've
it's just
tried it.
you just throw all the biscuits in there and then mix it up with the dough.
JD,
All right.
Never tried. You talk about Kuching, we never tried.
I didn't
cake
know
batik.
that. No. I was just going for kolomi and laksa Sarawak. That's all I ate.
Oh.
Understand.
Someone actually who was it? Hendra Punawan said, you guys talk about Kuching. What I recall about Kuching is kolomi. I like it, and he gave kolomi a thumbs up.
Love.
Yeah.
So do
And
we.
then there's also
Yeah, Sarawak laksa
By the
as
way,
well.
guys-
Have you guys tried Sarawak laksa before?
Don't tell Belle how much you love kolomi because she will send you kolomi and then it's enough to feed like 5-10 people. That's a lot of kolomi.
You know,
You
as
know what I found-
Sarawakians, my parents, my dad especially, is always on the lookout for good kolomi and Sarawak laksa, and we found the best ones here in West Malaysia now. So, yeah, the next thing we're gonna find a kueh lapis maker.
what's also interesting when it comes to Malaysian kuehs and cookies is the name of these kuehs and cookies. I don't know where they come from, but as a kid learning the names of these cookies, sometimes if you're put to the test, name a few kuehs and cookies in Malaysia, you might fail, you might forget the things.
Yes.
And I was reminded by, I think, Joanne in a comment. Joanne who said who says, I love kueh suji.
Suji cake.
Have you?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
suji.
I love that. Yeah.
That's my grandmother for some reason. Yeah.
And I love how some names of these Raya cookies, they go like, I've made a mistake before. So it kind of like looks like, well, just tiny little twigs being stick together. So it looks like a bird's nest. So I went, I know what this is. This is kueh sarang burung. And I got berated by my auntie. I said, this is not sarang burung, this is called cakayam. The name of it is cakayam.
Like it's
So it
any
kinda
better.
looks yeah, but it kind of looks like I understand why they named it that, I could have been right also. It looks like a sarang burung, so it is a bird's nest. But cakayam because it looks like a chicken that's just scratched it. You know what I mean? And then one of my favorites would be semprit. You know which one is semprit? Semprit?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's yellow in color with the red dot on top, right?
Say that again.
Yeah.
What is it?
And it melts in your mouth.
Semprit.
Very good.
Oh yes, yeah, those are good.
That's what Alibaba
that
would jump up this and some prick, and then the door opens up, right? No. No.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe it's related to each other, naming the kueh and also
Yeah.
Alibaba.
Some prick. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Alibaba and the 40 Thieves when they opened the
The
door.
P.
So
Ramlee
that,
movie.
Yeah.
No, I hear some pretty.
So,
My
yeah,
mouth
so-
open so I can eat it. But
But yeah, there's so many names for all these squares, but it's like, you know, as long as you enjoy them, it's fine.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny?
You know their names. We can just explain them like Soraya. It's like, oh, that you know the honey and cornflake in a little cupcake kind of thing. That
Yeah.
You know, but the problem with the kueh though, right? They have Malay names. So when you buy them online, and a lot of it because I've been buying on these this Ramadan bazaar Wang Samaju kind of thing, right? So they have all the names in Malay, but what happens is there's a translation. You click the translation, and it's hilarious. So there was always a drowning hippopotamus, and I'm like, what in the world is that? About that,
Badak
and everything.
Nice.
Oh my God!
It's
Imagine if
hilarious.
someone was selling Syam's kueh sarang burung.
Bird's nest.
Oh,
bird's nest square.
Bird's nest kueh.
Ayam. Oh my god.
something equivalent to badak berendam is also called in Kelantan. It's called putri mandi. All right, so I'm like, wow,
Oh,
princess
Putri
showering.
mandi.
Yeah, there is a
Princess
it's almost
bathing.
like badak berendam.
bathing.
Okay, we have Joanne also said that kueh kapit chocolate version. Kueh kapit chocolate version.
There's chocolate in the
Wow.
middle. It's very rich. Yeah, I've had it. I bought
Oh,
it. So,
okay.
yeah.
Are
And
those,
Brian-
is it those love letters with chocolate in the center?
You can do
'Cause
that. So my
during-
kueh kapit is like the folded one, right? But
Yeah,
this one has
because during
chocolate. on the
Chinese New Year we only have the regular kueh kapit, not the chocolate version. And
Mm,
Brian
yeah.
will ketayap. What is ketayap?
Oh, it's the
Ketayap is a
Ketayap
green
is,
roll.
green one.
kopia. Yeah. Green
Yeah,
And
it's
inside
soft.
it's like
It's got the
coconut.
Looks,
Yeah.
it's like a long version of onde onde, but without the
White,
coconut shavings.
Yeah.
outside.
Actually, it's coconut in there. It's
Coconut, yeah.
Coconut is
So
inside.
so onde doesn't have coconut inside.
It's
the
just
other
gula melaka.
Yeah.
That's
Gula melaka,
loads.
Yeah. Oh, I love onde onde. Yeah. Just gotta eat the whole thing in one go, because if not,
Yeah, I made that mistake in the office because we get onde onde in the office, right? Belle gave it to me one time. Then
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
don't bite. Just throw it in. I'm like, why? What's wrong? I'm like, okay, now I know.
how I would have it is I'll bite it in my mouth. I won't let it squirt out, but that's the best experience to have onde onde. I mean, if a wrong onde onde to make is when you bite it and it doesn't squirt. I'm like, oh man, such a
and it's just
disappointment.
like a big chunk of sugar that is just like hard and yeah.
RJ just
Oh,
said
yeah.
name a kueh that's not sweet. Kueh should all be
A
sweet.
kueh that's not sweet. Well, there's a lot of nyonya kueh that is
savory.
savory.
Kueh
Like
cara,
the
cara
kueh
lau,
ban-
if you remember.
What
Sorry?
is it, Sham?
If you remember kueh cara, I call it kueh cara. So there's a sweet kueh cara.
Is
and
it
the other
another
is
one
the-
of your Sham named kuehs or what?
No. Hey, no. This is for real, man. No, you will know this if you see it. Okay, kueh cara, the sweet one, is green in color, and the shape is like a half egg.
Okay.
Egg. So a boiled egg that's been sliced into half. So it's what do you call that shape?
Half moon?
Yeah,
Eggy?
pretty much. Yeah. So the green ones are the sweet ones where it would taste a bit like the onde onde where you bite it and then you get liquid sugar in there. But cara lao is where they put some chili in there in the mix in the mix, and then there's also meat in there as well. So that's cara lao. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just saw RJ's
Sorry, I wasn't-
answer.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't laughing at you. It was a riddle, actually. He says name a kueh that's not sweet. It's kway teow lah.
Kway
Not,
What do you mean?
we didn't know. We were trying to guess.
that's
But there are lots
funny.
of kueh that's not sweet, actually.
Pulut panggang, Joanne
Savory.
just said, which is
Yeah.
I've never had.
And Joanne also added that they don't sell good kueh sugi anymore. Maybe it's
Su-
time to make.
Suji is like really old school, like your grandparents or your older aunties would make, right? So I don't even know anybody who makes that anymore. You can't even find like sago gula melaka even nowadays, man. So it's one of those old school
Ooh.
ones. Well, you like that,
Yeah,
huh?
there are a few, yeah, that is one of my favorite Malaysian desserts ever. And I know two places where you can get them, but
Where?
yeah, I'll send them to you later.
Hey, put it in the comments. We're helping
Really?
local businesses, you know. So put it, yeah.
They're like
Uh,
one is a chain though. Yeah, so I better
Oh
yeah.
no, don't mention that.
Send it
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
I'll send it to
what
you.
kueh is this? Sorry, what kueh is this? Are you talking about?
Sago Gula Melaka.
Sago Gula Melaka.
Oh, okay, nice,
Right.
What you need the
Yeah.
sago gula melaka to make the kueh sugi?
No. I'm just saying, it's
No.
one of those older recipes, older kueh that you don't get anymore. It's very hard to
Okay.
find. So suji is like super hard to find now.
Mm. I mean, you
So
can have
since
sushi
we're on
cake. Sorry, go on, Sham.
no, I was just saying since we're on
That's
the
true.
topic
I
of
think my
food,
grandmother makes suji. Yeah.
yeah. So since we're on the topic of food and kueh and things like that, um,
Which is making me
on
very
Raya.
hungry, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and because we've been fasting for the past 30 days, right? So certain food experience we miss. Okay, especially going to the Mamak. So I have to tell you, I have been to the Mamak at dine-in. So this is the particular. I only went there because I had to do my laundry at the laundrette, and then next door to it is a Mama, and I'm impressed at the way this owner has handled it. At first, at the beginning, at the start of the CMCO, he said, "No, we're not going to open it yet. Like you'll never know. Maybe after Raya." And he did open. Wow, kueh. So he did open it after Raya, and I went there just to have nasi goreng kambing. Babe, I missed that so much. Nasi goreng kambing. So we take the kari kambing. We take the kari
There you
kambing.
go
Ask
for
them.
enticing everyone to eat. There you go.
Sorry. It's very dry. It's a
So
peanut.
Oh no.
he's still on it. Oh man.
There you
Oh,
go.
Go and drink water.
For trying
That's-
to entice everyone to go get cookies now.
oh my gosh, JG. It almost looks like he's having an allergic reaction to the peanut.
Melin Lee also says that she likes kueh makmur too. I clicked on the link for kueh makmur. Now I know they're those like melt in your mouth cookies, right? Yeah,
Yeah, they're very, very soft and they're covered with very, very light, powdery
like icing
sugar.
sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
love
is the
them.
peanut thing I bought. Which I thought was kueh makmur. Once you put it in your mouth, it just melts away, and then it's
Okay.
all white in your mouth. But I thought this was it. This is a
No,
bit
this is what do you call this? Oh my
Peanut
gosh.
cookie?
No,
fa sang bang.
no, it's not called fasang peng. It's white in color, isn't it? It's a soy cookie, isn't it?
No, but this one is a peanut one. I wanted the one that was super soft.
Kueh bangkit. Is it not kueh
That's
bangkit?
the one I was looking for. I was looking for that. I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay. Kueh bangkit.
You guys know what kueh bangkit is? I'm sure
Yes.
you do. Bangkit.
Yeah, I love kueh bangkit.
I know it.
Sorry?
Need some water.
If I see it, I would know it. So the problem is we have so many kuehs with so many names, right? I've said it before. So I'm like, that's why I even got my kueh all wrong. Caka ayam became sarang burung. I might just create another one. So yeah, no, I wouldn't know kueh bangkit until I see it. I kind of like remember it a little bit in the top of my head, but I can't put a picture on it right now.
It's whitish, creamish in color, and it usually is shaped like a tortoise shell. And then when you put it in your mouth, it sort of melts, but it's kind of dry as well. I don't know. It's sweet.
So it is what JD just brought, huh?
I
It's
think
kind of,
so.
but it's a bit different. Yeah.
And it has
This one
usually
is
like a
peanutty.
pink dot on it for the eye of the fish or the tortoise or something. Yeah. So I didn't see those pink dots on JD's cookies.
No. No,
But
it's
sorry,
not.
Sham, you were talking about your mama experience. So when you had that nasi goreng again, all the memories of being in a mama having nasi goreng just came flooding back.
Well, yeah. It's just the mama food. You see, it's nothing much, but I haven't had it for so long. The mama is no longer 24 hours during the CMCO or during the MCO. They close at 10. So I went for it and I went, oh, this is so lovely.
I know.
And
I actually
like I said, I was so happy to see that, we're putting our names and phone numbers. There is hand sanitizer there, and there was every table, they only allow 2 people to sit there. and that's what how the patrons have looked like they're obeying it, and there are just not that many people like. And I kind of think it's because some still do not want to go dine in, and then some just can't wait to go dine in. So a mixed feeling of that is not getting the crowd there. I'm seeing it as a positive thing, lah.
Yeah, I actually forced my husband last weekend to bring me out for lunch. And I was craving Korean barbecue so badly. I've been watching so much K-dramas, and every time they eat those ramens and those barbecued meats, and I'm like, the barbecued meats, once you take it away, they taste different. So it was so good to be able to dine in and eat like hot food that's been cooked and served to you. Yeah, that's an experience. But yeah, all the SOPs were in place for that restaurant that we went as well. There was no queue to go in. They had like selang-seli tables. So one table is occupied, the other table is not. And only 2 people can sit in one table. Yeah. And there's this really great app, I think, that the Selangor's state government has started. It's called Selangor, I think. It's for contact tracing. Yes. So you don't actually need to write your name and your number down in the book. You can just scan the QR code, and then it will register you as being in this place. So I thought that was a very good, that was a very good app to have.
I think now, even there are also other apps as well that government initiative apps that they've launched as well. I think I've got all of them down in my phone already, just to get just to prepare, and also I just want to be of help, because in the event that they want to track a person's whereabouts and to know who that person has been in contact with.
Yeah,
this is the best way to do it, and I really hope people are honest in giving information for that. I think that's the best way that we got so far, and that's how I've been feeling comfortable about going out. I've got all this, and if they detect someone that I might have come across who has COVID-19, they're just going to call me and tell me about it. Yeah.
Are you feeling more relaxed about it now? Going out after having gone out a few times?
I am, and it annoys the heck out of my wife. So what I do is I've been going out for breakfast. I get up. I'm the first to get out of the house, and I'm like, okay, everybody's still asleep. What am I going to do? Since I can go out, I am going to go out. So I've been for breakfast at cafes. Sometimes I miss just having that cafe that serves those scrambled eggs with a bit of sauteed mushroom and those kind of stuff. So I've been doing that. And those places that sell, this is in Kelana Jaya, very famous ones where they sell char kway teow and yong tau fu in the morning. There's wonton mee as well. So I've been going to that place and bringing it back for my wife and kids. So I kind of feel this is the way I feel about how things are going to go after this, even after they have really lifted the MCO. I don't think we can expect that COVID-19 is going to be eradicated 100%. It's just going to be around. We're just going to have to be different in the way we do things. Like, those whole have a hand sanitizer in your bag all the time is going to be an extra accessory in your wallet, in your backpacks, in your handbags. It's just going to be there. You're just going to have to do it all the time. And I think keeping distance, not shaking hands, that's how part of it is, and that's how I understand the new norm lah. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Actually, you know what they should do? You know how Spider-Man has that thing? You should have like hand sanitizer kind of thing around everywhere you go, like automatically. But you know what? So Raya lives in like the heart of where all the best food areas are. That's like great local food. You live so close to Happy Mansion. Have you been going out?
I went to dine out. I went to one restaurant and I went to one cafe. And that's all. I haven't had those sort of have like beverages. But I haven't had a meal yet. I haven't had any food. Yeah. Which I think that'll be soon. I think everyone my friends are getting antsy and they're like, wondering when we can go out again. But yeah, when I went to the cafe to have I just had coffee. I was so happy to be out. I brought like a journal and I want to sit there for hours to just write, because it's like, I'm out. I'm soaking it up. I'm free. Yeah, so I totally see where Sham is coming from. Like, if you're out, you're like, let me make the most of it. I want to really soak it up. So that's what I did. Dining out soon. I will go to Happy Mansion because there's some restaurants there that I love.
Any last words, JD?
Stay
Before we
safe.
go off? Yeah.
Everyone, because I went out recently to the mall just yesterday. Went out to the mall and people kind of forgot that we're technically still under CMCO. It's still some kind of MCO. Just remember, keep those social distancing in place because you don't know whether we're still safe or not. So be vigilant. Wash your hands. Keep a safe distance away from others, and don't go out unnecessarily. When you have to, yeah. But if there's one piece of advice I would strongly urge everyone to take heed is if you are gonna be at home and you have to work from home or whatever, watch Astro Channel 100 because it's Rajini 70. You get to watch all the Rajinikanth movies as much as you want 24 hours.
Wow! Only from when to when?
All
It's
right.
just
For the whole
constant.
month.
Oh, wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I even understood what he said. I told you once, I told you 100 times.
Okay, I think it's time
Right.
for all of us to go. So, on behalf of the LITE team, I'd like to wish all our Muslim listeners a Selamat Hari Raya, and also to all of our friends listening from Sarawak and also Sabah, Happy Keamatan, and also Selamat Hari Gawai, and stay safe. Practice social distancing. You can still celebrate, but remember to stick to the rules and regulations to keep safe,
All
to
right.
keep everyone safe.
All right.
All right. So, Raya,
Yeah, basically what Belle said, and just everyone will find out soon, I guess, if CMCO is going to be extended. So fingers crossed for the news. Well, yeah, we'll definitely be updating you on LITE with whatever news that we hear.
all
Syam?
right. Selamat Hari Gawai and Hari Keamatan, and also Selamat Hari Raya Maaf Zahir dan Batin from me and my family to all of you who are celebrating. And also, of course, this is the time where once MCO is lifted, the tourism industry is just not going to be open just yet. I'm sure the international borders are not going to be open just yet.
Yeah.
So I think this is an opportunity for us Malaysians to start exploring our own country. This is a time where we should be doing local tourism as well. I've got plans to actually do this whole long drive following the East Coast all the way up to Kelantan, just to discover ourselves. And I think we should do that. Once it's recommended by the authorities already, like if we can do it. So yeah, Selamat Hari Raya Maaf Zahir Batin.
I'm sorry. I'm constantly distracted by Sham's chair. It's so amazing. I want to get one of those. It looks so comfortable.
Those two, brother.
I think all
Those
the
two,
grandparents.
All right. Selamat Hari Raya.
seriously, if you
Selamat Hari Gawai.
If you put him in black and white, he looks like he's gone back in time, don't you think?
I know, right? One of those old school days, man. All right.
Yeah.
Keep
Okay,
listening to
bye,
LITE
everyone.
105.7.
Take care,
Thanks a lot.
everyone.
Your relaxing
Thanks a
period.
lot for
Bye.
hanging out. Take care.